Question number 1. To prevent a load from shifting, there should be at least one tie down for every 10 feet of the cargo. Feet, that's correct. Question number 2. You are driving a 40-foot vehicle at 35 miles per hour. The road is dry and visibility is good. What is the least amount of space you should keep in front of your vehicle to be safe? 4 seconds. 4 seconds is correct. Question number 3. Which of these statements about drinking alcohol is true? A few beers have the same effect on driving as a few shots of whiskey or a few glasses of wine. That is correct. A few beers have the same effect on driving as a few shots of whiskey or a few glasses of wine. Question number 4. While driving, ice builds up on your wipers and they no longer clean the windshield. You should stop safely and fix the problem. That's correct. You should stop safely and fix the problem. Which of these statements about driving in areas with strong winds is true? Winds are big problems when a truck comes out of tunnels. That is correct. Winds are a big problem when a truck comes out of a tunnel. Question number 6. What is counter steering? Turning the wheel back in the other direction after steering to avoid a traffic emergency. That is correct. Counter steering is turning the wheel back in the other direction after steering to avoid a traffic emergency. Question number 7. To help you stay alert while driving, you should take short breaks before you get drowsy. That is correct. You should take short breaks before you get drowsy. Question number 8. You do not have a hazardous materials endorsement on your commercial driver's license. You can drive a vehicle hauling hazardous materials when the vehicle does not require placards. That is correct. The vehicle does not require placards. Question number 9. Cargo inspections should be performed as part of your pre-trip inspection, again within the first 50 miles of your trip, then again after you have driven 3 hours or 150 miles, and after every break you take during driving. That is correct. Cargo inspections should be performed as part of your pre-trip inspection, again within the first 50 miles of your trip, then after you have driven 3 hours or 150 miles, and after every break you take during driving. Question number 10. Retarders can cause the drive wheels to skid when they have poor tractions. That's correct. They can cause the drive wheels to skid when they have poor traction. Question number 11. You are driving a new truck with a manual transmission. What gear would you probably have to use to take a long, steep downhill grade. A lower gear than you would use to climb the hill. That is correct. A lower gear than you would use to climb the hill. Question number 12. Which of the statements about speed management is true? You should choose a speed that lets you stop within the distance that you can see ahead. That is correct. You should choose a speed that lets you stop within the distance that you can see ahead. Question number 13. Which describes how you should use the brake pedal on a steep downhill grade? Snubbing. That is correct. Snubbing. Question number 14. Which of these statements about clutching and shifting is true? You can use the tachometer to tell you when to shift. That is correct. You can use the tachometer to tell you when to shift. Question number 15. Which of these statements about using turn signals is true? When turning, you should signal early. That is correct. When turning, you should signal early. Question number 16. Which of these statements about cargo loading is true? State laws dictate legal weight limits. That is correct. State laws dictate legal weight limits. Question number 17. If your vehicle catches fire while driving, you should park in an open area. That is correct. You should park in an open area. Question number 18. You are checking your tires for a pre-trip inspection. Which of these statements is true? Tires of mismatched sizes should not be used. That is correct. Tires of mismatched sizes should not be used. Question number 19. You can see a marking on a vehicle ahead of you. The marking is a red triangle with an orange center. What does that marking mean? It may be a slow-moving vehicle. That is correct. It may be a slow-moving vehicle. Question number 20. An en route inspection should include checking for tire and brake overheating and cargo secured properly. Both of these are correct. Both of these are correct. Question number 21. You are driving in a right lane on a 4-lane undivided road. You come over a hill and find a car stopped ahead of you in your lane. You do not have room to stop. The hill blocks your view to the rear. The shoulder is clear. Which of these is most likely the best action to take? Steer to the right. That is correct. Steer to the right. Question number 22. Where or when should you test the stopping action of your brakes? When the vehicle is moving at about 5 miles per hour. That is correct. When the vehicle is moving at about 5 miles per hour. Question number 23. Which of these is not part of the pre-trip inspection for the engine compartment? That would be valve clearance. The ones that are part are the conditions of the hoses and worn electrical wiring insulation. That's correct. Cargo covers protect people from spilling cargo and may be a safety requirement in some states. So both answers are correct. That is correct. Question number 25. High beams should be used when it is safe and legal to do so. That is correct. They should be used when it is safe and legal to do so. Question number 26. Which of these is the most important thing to remember about emergency braking? If the wheels are skidding, you cannot control the vehicle. That is correct. If the wheels are skidding, you cannot control the vehicle. Question number 27. You must park on the side of a level, straight, two-lane road. Where should you place the reflective triangles? One within 10 feet of the rear of the vehicle, one about 100 feet of the rear, and one about 100 feet to the front of the vehicle. That is correct. One within 10 feet of the rear of the vehicle, and one about 100 feet of the rear, and one about 100 feet to the front of the vehicle. Question number 28. The road you are driving on becomes very slippery due to glare ice. Which of these is a good thing to do in such a situation? Stop driving as soon as you can safely do so. That is correct. Stop driving as soon as you can safely do so. Question number 29. Which of these statements about tires and hot weather driving is true? You should inspect your tires every 2 hours or every 100 miles when driving in very hot weather. That is correct. You should inspect your tires every 2 hours or every 100 miles when driving in very hot weather. Question number 30. Your truck is in a traffic emergency and you may collide with another vehicle if you do not take action. Which of these statements is a good rule to remember at such a time? You can almost always turn to miss an obstacle more quickly than you can stop. That is correct. You can almost always turn to miss an obstacle more quickly than you can stop. Question number 31. What should you do when your vehicle hydroplanes? Release the accelerator. That is correct. You should release the accelerator. Question number 32. You are starting your vehicle from a stop. As you apply power, the drive wheels start to spin. You should take your foot off the accelerator. That is correct. You should take your foot off the accelerator. Question number 33. Stab braking involves releasing the brakes only after the wheels lock up. That is correct. It involves releasing the brakes only after the wheels lock up. Question number 34. It takes the body about 4 hours to get rid of the alcohol in 4 drinks. That is correct. 4 hours. Question number 35. Cargo that can shift should have 2 tie downs. I would say cargo that can shift should have at least 2 tie downs. That is correct. 2 tie downs. If a straight vehicle, no trailer or articulation, goes into a front wheel skid, it will go straight ahead even if the steering wheel is turned. That is correct. It will go straight ahead even if the steering wheel is turned. Question number 37. Which of these statements about accelerating is true? Rough accelerating can cause mechanical damage. Correct. Rough accelerating can cause mechanical damage. Question number 38. Which of these is good to remember when crossing or entering traffic with a heavy vehicle? Heavy vehicles need larger gaps in traffic than cars. That is correct. Heavy vehicles need larger gaps in traffic than cars. Question 39. Which of these statements about staying alert to drive is true? Sleep is the only thing that can overcome fatigue. Correct. Sleep is the only thing that can overcome fatigue. Question number 40. You are driving on a two-lane road. An oncoming driver drifts into your lane and is headed straight for you. Which of these is most often the best action to take? Steer to the right. That is correct. You should steer to the right.